Why? Hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So today, really fast, I know this is a really short notice video. I meant to get it out sooner, but you know, some things kind of came up. I do apologize, it took a bit more time than expected. This is my old Blade Vortex Inquisitor from last league. This is day 2, so he's pretty much self-found. And he's like 8 times stronger than he is realistically now with, you know, Herald of Ice and being able to shatter everything. Now the reason why I'm showing you guys this character is because Blade Vortex actually got buffed for clear speed in the patch, and if you're playing an Inquisitor, then you got fucking hella buffed because you now freeze and shock everything. Everything, except for certain bosses and whatnot. But all white mobs are permanently frozen and shocked up to T15. All blue mobs are permanently frozen and shocked up to T15. Maybe, you know, those tanky like golem bases or stuff like that, or Rakangas won't get shocked and frozen. Everything else will be shocked and frozen though. And this is it's a really solid character, and it's also a budget character. So I want to go ahead and kind of run through you guys, just like the other guides, a little bit about how the character works. So I'm going to go ahead and boot this off right now. As you can see, I'm currently in queue for the Atlas of Worlds. It's coming out in 30 minutes. So let's go ahead and start from the basics. For Blade Vortex, you want to use a couple things. So number one, in terms of leveling, I would recommend the Oxium Propentums. Now you can do however, you can do whatever you want. This is kind of just like what I used, and of course I'm playing with my limited trading / self-found, so none of this matters to me. This is for you guys. These weapons are really good for leveling since this is a crit character. They give you a up to 140% spell crit, cast speed, and added flat damage. Dual wielding 2 of these can easily take you all the way up to maps. Although you won't really need to dual wield them, you'll just really need one. And the reason why you're only going to need one is you're going to want to use a Moonbender, which arguably costs 1 alchemy orb and will last you up to level 100 because it's your best in slot weapon. The reason why I say it's the best in slot weapon is because you get 50% of your physical damage is converted, 25 to cold, 25 to lightning, and then an additional 50 to lightning with physical to lightning. This gives you a 100% elemental Blade Vortex. You can still use Hatred because it applies before, so now you have fucking insane cold and insane lightning, which is, like, in my opinion, the 2 best elements in the game. So it makes for a very nice character. Now, in terms of leveling, you're probably going to do something completely different than your links here. What I did for leveling is I used added fire, added lightning, added cold, elemental focus, controlled destruction, and then Blade Vortex. So all 3 addeds, and then you scale them. And this falls off very quickly around like 20, 30, 40, somewhere around there. But it doesn't fucking matter. You do enough damage. Trust me. Alright, I've played it. Trust me. It doesn't matter. So you can kind of do with whatever you want. Now for Endgame Links, as you are playing an Inquisitor, I decided to go with Crit Chance. Spell Echo, obviously for mapping. You still want to use Echo. People are like, but you only need 20 stacks. Bitch, you don't have 20 stacks when you're mapping, alright? So you keep your Spell Echo. You don't need the damage. Trust me. You go through. When you get to a boss fight, if you need the damage, pull off Spell Echo and just put in Conk. It's a blue for blue. It doesn't hurt you at all. Added Fire I use for leveling, and I replace it with Crit Multi later on, because Added Fire is better damage, kind of, but the thing is Crit Multi is more freezing and more shocking. Mini K, psst, hey! Mini K, don't scratch the TV. Why are you doing that, man? That's rude as BM's fuck. Alright, next up, you got Physical to Lightning, which is what I was explaining before, is a required link. This gives you your full 100% conversion to Elemental. And then you're going to run Ink AoE and Life Leech. Life Leech is required in there. You're playing an Inquisitor. Ink AoE is kind of like a 6 link. I use a Tabula Rasa, so it just pops right in, and we're good to go, you know? Alright. I'm going to go ahead and quickly go over the build guides that I've created here as well. So give me 1 second while I bring that up for you guys. The last thing as well is if you want to make the build a bit more expensive, then you can get yourself a Divnaris. That's what I did. I dual-wielded Divnaris and Moonbender. So alright, starting from the beginning. Start from the bottom. No, I mean what? Alright, so let's go with, where is Blade Vortex? Blade Vortex start. We're going to go ahead and start off as Templar. Remember, our goal is Inquisitor. The purpose of Inquisitor is Inevitable Judgment for bypassing all elemental resistances. So you can see right here. Let me actually fix it so you can actually read it. Properties, and we are good. So here you go. This is what it looks like. This is the first one for the crit and crit multi. Here's the second one for the penetration. Alright. Start off as Inquisitor, grab your elemental damage. Won't really help you until you go Moonbender. Come across Retribution, grab your Light of Divinity, move in, grab your HP. Of course, if you don't want to grab HP, you don't have to follow this. This is more of a beginner-friendly guide. Come across, grab your Quick Recovery, immediately rush into your Potency of Will. This is your skill effect duration, which increases how long your Blade Vortexes are out, which is very, very, very important as Blade Vortex. Following up to the middle, you'll see kind of how we expand from here. You want to shoot in, come across, grab Occultist Dominion, Annihilation, move up, grab your Cruel Preparation. You can get Jewels whenever you want. Power Charges, same thing, whenever you feel confident with them. Grab your AoE, Heart and Soul, move across. You've got your Life open here, Doomcast is open here. Connect in through Assassination, come down, and we're done here. Next up on the left, you can see we picked up Inevitable Judgment, which is when the build kind of takes off. And the endgame Blade Vortex is pretty much filling in just the crit nodes and all the life nodes across the tree. As you can see, life nodes were filled, life nodes were filled, life nodes were filled, life node was filled, life nodes were filled over here. And then you want to move down and grab Volpact. Obviously, you don't need Volpact until you actually start noticing you die to Reflect. By that point in time, you should be at Volpact. You pop it in, you use Life Leech, and you're good to go as your 5-link. That pretty much sums up the build for me. Like I said, there's really not much to it. Inquisitor is a really solid character. Furthermore, you've got Augury of Penitence, which is insane because it makes them take an increased amount of damage, which is a multiplier, since you don't have anything that's making them take increase unless you have like Terran Shiver. And then they deal less elemental damage to you. Since you're playing a melee character, you will be hit by spells. And then, of course, the last one would be Instruments of Virtue from Uber Lab, which is kind of like a mini Vol Haste. The character is quite tanky, gets 208% life as a Volpact character, so that's pretty decent. It's not too bad at all, and you'll be shocking and freezing almost everything with 5 additional jewel slots. For those of you guys who don't know the math, that's 35% life from the jewel slots. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can catch me streaming live every day at twitch.tv/Pohx. I apologize that the build is a bit short notice, but it should be uploaded about 20 minutes before the actual patch goes live, so you guys can actually see it, and it is there for you. So anyway, again, hope you guys enjoyed yourself, hope you guys had a wonderful time, and I'll see you boys all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.